What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Akephalos here, and today we are going to be continuing our playthrough of Mass Effect 3 here on the channel. So as usual, folks, if you guys gonna enjoy it, you know what to do. Leave a like, hit that big red subscribe button, yada yada. The basic YouTube is sales pitch, essentially. So, yeah, you guys do all that, then with that being said, let's just quickly jump right back into it. And today, here we are in Mass Effect 3. More specifically, I should probably say this first. There's gonna be no combat for this particular episode. So, if you're hoping to see some shootout, some fire, some firepower. What's the correct term to use here? Warfare, basically. Some, the combat and stuff like that. You're gonna have to skip ahead to the next episode, potentially the next episode, or probably catch out a previous episode before this. That's because what we're going to be doing today is we're going to go ahead and speak to a couple of NPCs here on Normandy. Not really NPCs, persons of interest. Yeah, I think that's the more appropriate term we're going to use here. POIs, persons of interest. So we're going to speak to these people and basically acquire a couple more quests from them, and at the same time, I believe some of them has some very, very interesting input to obtain. So the first person we're going to speak to is, of course, going to be Primarch Victus over here. I believe in the previous episode, which, by the way, just to get you guys briefly up to speed if you're just joining us, we completed the Cirkesh in the previous episode. So I believe we are on course to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're on course for the next mission, which is to head to Chanka, which is the Krogan homeworld. I'm not really sure if this is stated in the story and I'm giving away spoilers, or it has already been stated and I'm just reminding you. I'm not sure. It's either one of these conditions, but doesn't matter. At least you guys know the direction of what we're about to do. So yeah, we have to head to Tachanka essentially. But before we do that, we're gonna speak to Primarch Victus here and see what he has to say to us, because he told us that he has a matter to discuss in private.
Commander?
You said one of your ships had gone missing.
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's vital they be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
Your men that crashed onto Chanka, how many are there?
A platoon.
You said their mission was a matter of galactic peace. Why?
I'm sorry, Commander. As I said, it's highly classified.
Look, if you want me to put my ass on the line, I need answers.
I can't tell you. Please understand. The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Victus?
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
All right. I'm not sure what that's about, but looks like the situation is rather dire, judging by the tone of it. So, I guess I guess that grants us another quest. I believe it popped up on the screen there briefly. Let me just double check the journal menu. Should be here. There we go. Tuchanka Turian Platoon. So this is what we need to go ahead and do, when the next episode comes by. But we're gonna leave that for now because we want to speak to Rex here. I believe he also has a problem that he wishes to discuss with us in private. So he's one of our old friends, and we're always gonna have time for him. So let's just see what he wants.
Hell of a show down there on Cirkesh. Just like the old days, Shepard. Right down to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
Uh-huh. You said one of your squads is missing.
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Arlac Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and they'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. It may not be Rachni, but maybe it is. Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
Back on Sirkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more. No offense.
Believe it or not, we sometimes have good ideas, Rex. You should try listening.
Yeah, but our women have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
Alright, we're gonna go now.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime. And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but it's progress. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA's important, who am I to argue?
Alright, so that's basically Rex, and I believe he gives us a quest as well. Anakin traverse the Rachni. So there it is. We're gonna have to go ahead and head to this system instead and possibly check this anomaly out. So yeah, that's basically two quests here from Rex and from the Turian. You see, the cool thing about this is that I'm not really sure if you know, BioWare originally intended this to be like a choice option in say later on in the game, because there's gonna be I'm giving away a bit of a spoiler here, but later on in the game there's I believe there's certain like how do I say it, like choices, you know, like you have the option to either do this and you give up that, or you do this and you sacrifice the other thing. So I'm not really sure if this was intended to be that way. Judging by the way how it was set up, I'm not really sure if it was intended to be like a choice option, but you know, I'm sure glad it wasn't, because I would really love to help both Rex and Victus here. Their quests are well, not kinda interesting. They are interesting, and I believe they're very, very important for the war assets, which I said I'm gonna address. I'm gonna address it soon. I'm gonna show you guys the war assets menu real soon, but not at the moment. So hang on to me for that. All right. So anyway, we're gonna move on, having acquired both these quests, the Tuchanka Turian Platoon and the Rachni. So we're probably gonna take a look at both of these in the next episode. But for now, what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and speak to a couple more people. That being down in the, let's see, we're gonna head to the crew deck first, I think, and then we're probably gonna head down to engineering and speak to yeah, I think we're gonna have to speak to Javik. I believe Javik has something interesting to say. Javik always has something interesting to say, guys. If you're new to Mass Effect 3 and you're not really sure what's what, and you know, or if you're looking to pick up the game yourself, maybe in Legendary Edition, be sure to speak to Javik whenever you can. Trust me, he is a very, very nice character, very, very interesting banter, very, very nice comments he has to say. Believe me, it's amazing. So I'm gonna go speak to Javik, probably go and check out Diana Alice as well. I believe there's some sort of dispute, if I'm not mistaken, at around this stage. Can't really recall. I'm gonna have to check up on that. And of course, we're gonna head down to Shadow Bay, speak to Cortez, because again, I said this in the first episode. We spoke to him. I'm gonna say it again. If you guys want everyone to survive in Mass Effect 3, every single person to survive, you're gonna have to go down and speak to Cortez very, very often. At least speak to Cortez just to make sure he survives. I'm not sure. Well, the game is scripted like that, basically, to you know, Cortez dies if you don't speak to him. I'm not sure what's the reasoning, what's the rationale behind that sort of scripting, but you have to go and speak to him very after each mission. That is the trick to get everyone to survive. So I used to have a lot of trouble with getting him to live past that particular point, but I found out the trick, so I'm telling it to you. So let's move on. I think I'm gonna cut ahead, and I'll meet you guys at deck 3. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so here we are on level 3 of the Normandy. So what we're here to do is we're gonna go ahead and speak to Morden and the female Krogan in medical, but Before we do that, we're gonna want to head to the crew quarters first, because for some reason Dr. Chuck was in here and not inside the med bay for some reason. I actually don't recall this segment, but I believe there must be a reason why she's inside here, right? Not really sure why, but you know what? Let's just check it out, and you know, maybe rediscover a couple of things together. See what it is. See what's all this about.
I can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Oh, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Oh, that's interesting. Food for thought, I guess. Alright, we're just gonna find out why the hell is she here and not in the med bay.
Everything okay in the medbay?
Yes, Morden would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh no, I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Alright, so that's the reasoning. Okay, so she's here because well, she wanted to give Morden some space. Okay, so I guess I don't know. I'm not really sure. I don't really recall that segment. I don't think I ever visited her in the cruise quarters before. Maybe it's because you know, maybe it's been a long time, so I can't really remember how exactly things play out here. So regardless, we're gonna move on. We're gonna head into the med bay itself and speak to Morden and the female Krogan. I believe a very interesting scene plays out here too. A very nice. I won't say it's a nice nod, but some interesting dialogue options. Well, not interesting dialogue options as well. Maybe okay. We'll just go with an interesting cutscene. That's what we'll go with. So I believe it references Garrus as well. It's really well written. That's what I'm trying to say. Blah. Okay, so enough rambling. We're just gonna head in and see what happens.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap. Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species.
Alright.
Maybe with an inhibitor. No. Entire catalyzing process would fail. Severe neurological damage. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Method to extract functional cure without killing you. Many variables. Your immune system compromised. Considering options.
And you have to do it out loud?
Yes. Auditory learner. Need to hear self-think. Simulate conversation to promote new ideas. Maximize productivity.
But you're talking about me dying.
Oh, apologies. Medical details causing emotional distress. I hadn't considered effect on patient.
No, it just means I can't sleep.
Doing my best to keep you alive. Will avoid sensitive subjects.
Alright, so I love this little dialogue lines, by the way, between Morden and Eve here. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna speak to them, and back to before we do that, just back to those dialogue lines. A lot of interesting things go on in this med bay with Morden around. Hopefully I can show you guys all of it. I know time constraints and all that. It's a shame. I just hope you guys. You know what? I tell you what. I'll probably try to set up a compilation video of the scenes of Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, like the one I did in on Circuit, something similar to that, and I'll do it all on the channel. Hopefully I find the time to do it. Hopefully I get to do it because it's a maniacal task, a very tedious task to go ahead and find all these scenes. But yeah, I'll try my best to get one together and put it on the channel so that you guys can watch and have a laugh yourself. So that's the general idea. But moving on, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and speak to the female Krogan first and get her thoughts. Then we're gonna go ahead and get Morden's thoughts and see what he says. So let's speak to Eve first. I believe her name is Eve. There we go, Eve. So yeah, let's see what she has to say.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
Alright, I think we'll ask her a few questions and then we'll leave.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the Genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets, so when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I'm glad to see humans treat their women with respect. Your people have placed a lot of responsibility on you.
No more than your people have put on you.
Then maybe we can show the men how it's done.
Deal.
Alright, so yeah, that was the female Krogan, and I think we're gonna move on. I'll do all those cutscenes and dialogues off camera. I think I'm gonna try to make sure, I'm gonna try my best to get a compilation of all the interactions together for you guys. I feel like I owe you guys that. So, yeah, I'll try my best to get one together. There's a lot of it, obviously. But, yeah, that's all food for thought and perhaps in the future. For now, at present, with the task at hand, we're gonna go ahead and speak to Morden, see what he has to say. He's a long-time character from, he's a returning character, I should say, from Mass Effect 2. It'll be nice to get his thoughts.
Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough, fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
So we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tachanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
So the end justifies the means.
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure Genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
Nice talking with you, Morden.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, Genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Oh, that's typical Morden for you. Alright, so that's Morden Solus, from a recurring character from Mass Effect 2. I love that guy. Very eccentric, I'd say. So, yeah, we're gonna move on, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna head down to engineering first. We're gonna want to speak to Javik, and then we're gonna go and do Diana Allers. No, I think we'll speak to Diana Allers first before moving on to Javik. That's what we're probably gonna do. So, yeah, the reason that being, I believe there's an argument that we need to settle, mainly just to get some Paragon or Renegade points. So that's what we're gonna be going there to do.
Hey,
let's take a look and
just an
see.
opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5. That's the math.
You know what the Commander did for us? The colony?
Yes. It was on a little thing called the news.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion.
Lose the peace or lose your spot on this ship, Allers.
This is exactly what I was afraid of.
Thanks, Commander. What's your choice, Allers? Like you said, it's just your opinion, right?
I'll pull it.
Alright, so that's that settled. No problem. No, how do I say? No second thoughts there. You know, it's either the reporter who's a guest or our squad mate, not squad mate, our crewmate who's served on the ship for quite some time. You know what I'm gonna go with. So, I guess we're gonna move on and investigate port cargo. I believe Javik has something interesting to say as well.
You're saying they survived into this cycle?
Yes. We called them collectors. They fought for the Reapers. For a long time, no one knew they were Prothean.
And when did you realize?
Shepard had no choice but to kill the ones she encountered. They were all indoctrinated, and had been for a long time. I'm sorry.
I am grateful. It was an act of mercy.
Yes, I suppose it was.
Alright, there was a little bit of chatter between him and Liara there. So this happens a lot aboard the Normandy. Lots of squad mate banter. No, not in banter. Chatter in between. Passive chatter. But we're gonna speak to him and see what and get his thoughts. I believe he has some interesting things to say. We're gonna go ahead and hear that.
Did I mention Solarians used to lick their eyes? How far they have come. The Morden Solarian asked if he could dissect me. I approved, but only if he could defeat me in combat first. His reply was problematic. Then he left. I do not understand that one.
Well, I don't understand you either, Javik. I really don't. Let's see what else he has to say.
This Cerberus. I do not understand why your own kind would oppose you. They will bleed the same as everyone if the Reapers are not stopped.
Okay.
The Rex Krogan offered me a job. He said whenever I tired of the easy life of luxury on the Normandy, he would give me something real to shoot at.
I know what he means. Check out Mass Effect 2. 2 words. Treasure more. That's all I'm saying. Let's see what else he has.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess that's about it. So yeah, check in with Javik often. Trust me, he has a lot of interesting things to say. That wasn't too funny, but believe me, it gets better over time. He has more, lots of interesting dialogues. Believe me, so you're not gonna want to miss it. But anyway, moving on. We're gonna go ahead and speak to Cortez. Just want to get his thoughts and stuff like that. I believe it's important just to make sure that he survives into the next towards the end. So yeah, we're gonna speak to him whenever we can, and I believe this is one instance of doing so.
Everything okay with the shuttle?
Just double checking the inertia dampener coils. Can be twitchy in these UT-47s. But don't worry, this bird's been rock solid.
I always see you down here working your ass off. Ever take any downtime?
I get my sleep, Commander. Flying tired is nearly worse than flying drunk.
What about your waking hours? Any R&R?
I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, well, too much time to think.
I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want to see you burn out.
I know my limits. I wouldn't take a chance with your life.
So before this war, you must have done something to relax.
Sure. I remember back when the Hawking was based out of Arcturus and I was just a fighter jock. There was this observation deck overlooking the main flight paths. You could watch every ship taxi in and out. When I was alone, I'd turn off the auditory emulators and just watch them drift by in silence.
You know, there are views like that on the Citadel. Next time we're there, you should take some shore leave. Clear your head.
I don't know. Maybe.
Take some time off on the Citadel, Steve. As a favor to me.
If you put it that way, how can I say no?
You can't.
Alright, that's about it. Okay, so I think pretty much that's where we're gonna leave it for this episode because we are running out of time. So yeah, very dialogue heavy, very interaction heavy episode today. Just to make sure that you know we follow, we remain in touch with the storyline and not just purely stick to the combat and stuff like that. So if you guys gonna enjoy it, you know what to do. Leave a like on this video, hit that big red subscribe button down below, yada yada, the basic YouTube sales pitch. So with all that being said, this is Akephalos signing off. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.